Hey folks, this is Chris with Oregon Figs. It is March 19th, 2023, and I'm going through a process of bare rooting trees. And this is De La Senora Hibernanca. So I have it on the pot, the person I got it from, the year that I got it from, that person. Okay, so this is what it looks like after you've detangled all of the roots, and I've taken the lower section off. So I'm left with a couple feet of roots. What I do with these is after I get them to this point, I will put them in their original pot, and I'll put the mix that I took off back in with them. I'll water it in and let it sit outside. When I go to ship it, at that point, I will just wash it off. I'll wrap the roots in a plastic bag, and then I use these 20-inch by 5-inch by 5-inch boxes, and you can see it fits in there nicely. It fills the box. In this case, you know, that's let's see, 2 years of growth, 2021 and 2022. And so I'll wrap it with wet paper towels, put it inside of a plastic bag, and it's with a twist tie on the top, and ship it in these 20-inch by 5-inch by 5-inch boxes, and I ship via priority mail to get it there fast. So this is a great time to get bare root trees, fig trees especially. And you'll notice that most of the nurseries don't ship in the fall. And though it's convenient for sellers to ship in the fall, because they don't have to baby that tree through the winter, right? So it's a convenience factor for them. It's usually a terrible idea to get a bare root tree in the fall, unless you're in a warm zone 9 or maybe a zone 10 where you can get it in the pot and it won't miss a beat. But if you're in a colder zone, you really don't want to get them in the fall. You want to get them this time of the year. So this is a perfect time of the year to buy a bare root tree. This is a great way to purchase one. Problem is that you don't usually see the individual tree when you're buying a bare root tree, so you don't know how much of a root ball it's going to have, or when it was started, and all the particulars that I think are kind of important. That's a nice root ball. This is a tree that isn't that easy to grow. I just did a Cosme Manual. Let's walk around the side of the house. I'm going to try to do a few every week. I've got some extra trees that I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to get my numbers down because I'm kind of overwhelmed with pots. But so this is Cosme Manual. I keep track of it being Cosme Manual by putting it right back in the same pot it came out of. And then when I get it all done with the bare root, I just put the soil back in, water it in, and let it sit until the day I ship, where I'll pull it out, hose it off, put wet paper towel around it, and inside of a bag, send it priority. Usually they're in 2 to 3 days. So it's pretty fast. I did this last year with a Tia Pena. Went to from Oregon to my buddy in Brooklyn. He got it in really fast time, put it in a pot, and in no time it was putting out beautiful green growth, and he tasted figs from it that same year. So this is how you want to deal with bare rooting. I know it's a lot of extra work for sellers. Most sellers are not going to want to do this. I get that. But boy, if you're a buyer and you can find a seller that's willing to do what I'm doing right now and willing to send it at the right time of the year, boy, that's a good way to go if you want to have that variety and potentially even taste fruit from that variety in the first year. So these are just a few little tricks. If you're going to go bare root things and send it to friends and such, just try to not let the roots dry out. That's why after I bare rooted, I put it back in the pot with wet mix that came out of the pot, and then I cleaned it off before I ship it. So good way to do it. Just a lot of really best practices. I don't think you hear this about bare rooting trees. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about this. Let's hope people start talking about it in the future. Okay, this is Chris. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate subs and always appreciate thumbs up, or likes that kind of keep these things coming, keep me motivated. Okay, thanks you guys.